Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. I'm going to show you how to recode a screen door cylinder. This is floating cam. This is one of the ones that's 5-pin inline cylinder and it has the screws on top. So I'll show you how I do it. There is a couple other ways of doing it as well. So first of all, we've got to take these little screws off. My screwdriver's got electrical tape on because I did some electrical work with it, and the electrical tape actually makes it insulated. So take these screws out. Now if you're changing combo and you wanted to do the cheap and nasty way, what you literally could do, and I've seen it done before but I don't prefer to do it, is you could take your key like this and you could basically duplicate the first 3 cuts or the first 4 cuts and just change one last pin or 2 last pins. But I don't really like to do that. I think that's a bit of cheating and I think it's just a bit of a crappy job, so I don't do it that way. What I do is I clear the whole cylinder out on both sides. Takes a little bit longer, of course, and then I put a light down the chambers and I actually check that they're clear, no bugs, no stuck pins, no nothing. Okay, I can see a stuck pin in the last one. That's one of the things with these with this type of cylinder. You got to really check that it's clear. And still a stuck pin in the last one. Use a key blank now to try and get that pin out. If you don't get that pin out, it'll cause you lots of trouble. I'm going to push it down, push it out now. There we go, just popped out. Double checking now, putting key blade right down the back of it. I can see the key blade. I can see the key blade. Okay, so because we don't want to pull these actual plugs out, what I'd like to do is just get the standard 570 plug and then just key up my new key to it. First of all, you've got to check your new key and your old key because sometimes they can actually be quite similar. Now I can see here the bitting is different. They're close, but they're different. So I'm just going to check how many cuts different. Only one cut is the same, so that's good. We're starting afresh on there. So I put my key in. Now I just start keying it up. So I'm going to start off with finding out which is which. 7. Oh, let's try 5. 5 I'm happy with. So I'm going to put my cylinder here, and now I've found the first pin. I'm going to drop it in one side. 5. Boom. Moving along, looks like a 2. 2 for the second chamber. Yep, I'm happy with a 2. Dropping a 2 in the second chamber. And she goes, come on. Don't fight me. 2 in the second chamber. Third chamber looks like a 4. Try that again. 4. 4. Okay, 5 for the 4th chamber. Yep, 5 looks good. So by doing it in this plug here, I can see whether or not it's high or low or kind of what's happening with it. So I'm going to use tweezers. Point going down of the pin. Okay, and 6. Looks like a 6 there. And yep, I'm happy with a 6. So I've got one side of the cylinder already keyed up. I'm going to remove my change key. I'm going to insert my blank key, and now I'm just going to transfer these over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I haven't got top pins or springs or anything in there, but I'm just going to put my key in. Just give it a little wiggle, make sure they're all the way down. If not, I'll just grab a piece of wire and I'll just push them all down. And I'll just check it. And the key turns freely, so I'm happy. Take my key out, try it on this side. push down each of the pins. Key turns freely. Now we put our driver pins in, and the driver pins are basically a blind pin on, well, it's blind on both sides, so there's no point, there's no mark, there's no nothing. In some cylinders it can be very clicky, and I have seen some people actually put top pins as driver pins and put the point facing down. The only disadvantage to that is you create so much tolerance in the key that you could literally have a key which is one cut all the way across working it, or one key that's all the way below working it when it really shouldn't be. It takes away a lot of security doing it that way. The driver pins we're using are blind, so they're just a flat edge, so it gives it the maximum security. Okay, now I've got the springs in. I've got my bottom pins, my driver pins, my springs. I'm just going to put my finger over it and test it, and that works nice and smoothly. Very important we test the original key. Not going to work. So now it's just a simple matter of dropping in those driver pins once more on the other side. We've got a few dirty pins here, so I'm going to try and just grab all the good ones, leave all the rubbish ones out. When I say rubbish, they just have collected a little bit of gunk on them. You can use bottom pins upside down as driver pins. Make sure the point of the pin faces upwards towards the spring. Okay, I put my cap back on. Make sure my drive is coming out in the right direction. Flathead. Tighten it up. Flathead once again. And tighten it up. Okay, final check. Key goes in, key turns. Key goes in, key turns. That's fine. Key goes in, key turns. Okay, so that is changing combination from one key to the next key on a floating cam Tasman cylinder. Thanks for watching.